Nigeria is at war. Defense headquarters declares. Now you know say Nigeria is at war. Can you imagine? Now it's not that declaring it. So now that it's been declared, Nigeria has officially entered a war phase, and I'm sure it's going to be with bandits, with kidnappers, with terrorists, and all of that. Okay. And so we need to go into the details to see what the defense headquarters mean by saying that Nigeria is at war. Okay. The defense headquarters has officially declared Nigeria to be at war and is calling on citizens to unite with the military in a collective effort to secure victory. This war where Nigeria don't enter, okay? This war where Nigeria don't enter. So Nigeria don't enter war since before Buhari entered, most at the later part of Jonathan's government, when terrorists and bandits, jihadists, and all of them, launched terrorism attack against Nigeria. Right from that 2013, 2014, even before Buhari came in. When Buhari came in, it became worse because Buhari happens to be a patron of these people. The people, allegedly anyway, that he brought to rig election thinking that Jonathan will not hand over. Jonathan tactically and by wisdom handed over, and the situation just, turned against him. And the next thing, they started ravaging the country. The Fulani started claiming ownership of the whole of Nigeria. That was when Nigeria started war. That is the truth. They started killing people in their farmland, started bombing churches, bombing soldiers, laying ambush against soldiers, kidnapping school children, and it became very terrible to the point that even the Chibok girls that were kidnapped 2-3 years down the line, Nigeria could not recover them. Even up to now, the ones that came out just came by the ones that were released by sheer luck. I'll call it sheer luck because Nigeria's effort to release those people did not work. So that was when Nigeria entered war. And the war is going to be very difficult to fight because the bandits that were supposed to, that were captured, that were supposed to face prosecution, Buhari government tactically recruited them into the military. And that is why there's serious sabotage in the military as we speak. The military intelligence is compromised. And that is why I said the war is probably going to be very difficult to fight. So telling us that Nigeria need to unite with the military to fight, to have a collective effort is just, I don't see how, if you that are trained and armed cannot win the war, civilians that are on their own are going to join you to win the war, you're not a serious person. So according to the Daily Independent, Major General Edward Buba, Director of Defense Media Operations, provided updates during a bi-weekly media briefing revealing significant achievements in the past month. So in the fight against terrorism, troops have accomplished notable feats, including the elimination of 266 terrorists and the arrest of 163 and the successful rescue of 116 kidnapped hostages throughout January. Can you imagine? So General Buba emphasized the importance of unity, stating our nation is at war and war can be complex and ugly. So he called upon citizens to recognize their role in this conflict and urged a collaborative approach to address the ongoing security challenges. You need to tell that to the Fulanis and to the Northerners who sees Nigeria as their property and who sees people's farmland as their property, killing people in the bush. And you need to find a way to all those headsmen that are carrying AK-47 to recover them, because those are the big problem. The problem in the southeast, southwest, and south is that they want to protect their land, but the same military is used against them. We can see what happened to Igboho. Igboho was tactically trying to protect Ibarakwa from the Fulani herdsmen, but they used the power of the government, the state power of the DSS to go and dislodge him. So what do you say about that kind of thing? Anytime, instead of Buhari to face the music squarely by making sure that the Fulanis are disarmed, he's telling people Nigeria to live in harmony with them. Who takes that? Who takes that? So he continued, throughout his address, he expressed pride in the diverse origins of the troops, emphasizing their united front against violence, drawing parallels with achievements in sports, music, and other fields. He asserted that with resilience, the nation could extinguish the flames of violence. Despite recent events, he reiterated the armed forces' commitment to restoring peace and security for citizens. Troops have been relentless in their efforts, neutralizing terrorists, arresting extremists, and rescuing hostages. Operational successes include the recovery of various weapons and ammunition and the prevention of oil theft. So in January alone, troops operating in the South-South prevented oil theft amounting to 2.8 billion naira. Notable recoveries include 237 AK-47 assault rifles, 26 locally fabricated guns, and substantial quantities of stolen crude oil. So the week under review saw additional accomplishment with the neutralization of 105 terrorists, arrest of 140 individuals, and the recovery of weapons, ammunition, and stolen resources. So General Buba reassured the public that the armed forces would proceed with their mission professionally, hunting and destroying terrorists across the country. So they better do because I don't understand what is happening in Nigeria right now. Now you're just talking about general terms now. All these numbers, who will verify them? That is the question. You are just giving us numbers. Whether the numbers are real, whether the numbers are realistic, or numbers are fictitious, we don't know. Who is going to verify them? Because we're not seeing pictures, we're not seeing images, we're not seeing videos to buttress what you're saying. We understand what is happening in Plateau State. Up till now, the military has not proven to be successful because those guys are just waiting. When the area is quiet, they will strike again. Military intelligence should be expansive enough to detect all potential threats wherever they are, as long as they are in this globe, whether they are within Nigeria or outside Nigeria. That is it. So General Buba is speaking now because, he's giving us like weekly updates. This is like weekly updates. I'm sure, I don't know how they started this. This had never happened for military to give weekly update of their military operations and operations against terrorism. This is the first time I'm seeing it anyway. So I say, yes, let military take over. Democracy is not helping us. Stealing and suffering everywhere. Exactly. Military is not taking over. That is not what Buba is saying anyway. He is fighting terrorism. That is what he's doing for now. Somebody say, are you all right? Let the military do their job, which is to defeat all the terrorists, criminals, and bandits in Nigeria, but under civilian government. Somebody say, I know you are one of the evil in Nigerian politicians, are evil in Nigeria, and you are one of them. I'm smart to know you must be not only foolish, but that they're insulting themselves out there. That is not what we want. Even if military takes over, will they do magic? Why can't they do the magic now? Will you have opportunity to write nonsense under military? Some say the worst military government is better than what we see now. That is what this one is saying. I'm telling you, because initially we were saying, the reverse was what people were saying, that the worst democratic system is better than the best military. But now the reverse is taking place. Now the worst military is already better than the best democratic system because of the corruption tendencies of the politicians. It's just a very bad one. And somebody is saying here, good luck, but you have to start the war with some bad elements in the government, like Gumi and others. Army is battling to save Nigeria from serious national security problems created by wicked souls and soulless politicians. Nigeria is at war because the Nigerian military is compromised. Nigeria has had a standing and well-funded military and the army since 1999. At least, yet Nigeria is at war. What a shame. Now be smart, Now be smart. May God grant them power of victory and wisdom and good health. That is a general prayer that anybody needs. So that is what is happening. Thank you for listening. Let's have a comment. That is a military update on the fight against terrorism.